So you're gonna, one of your challenges as you're leaving is how to store all this in your car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How to put
Wow.
them back into my little car.
So are
space.
these some of the plein air that you've been working on?
Yeah.
This looks like the farm down the road.
I have no idea where it is.
This one does.
Yeah, this one I think like a private farm.
Mm-hmm. Where you could pull off down that way.
Yes, that way.
Yep, I know exactly what that is.
Really big land.
Yeah.
I'm very bored, you know.
I know exactly where that one is. That's awesome. Yep, that's great.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, it's just a great to capture that kind of sense of layers.
Yeah.
So on this one, from the foreground to the middle ground, and then far away to the back.
Yeah.
So.
And how many of the plein air were you able to do you think? You only had a few days of nice weather, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only got this 2 in one day.
Okay.
Because the sun was pretty good.
Yeah.
So I stopped by 2 spots in the morning and afternoon.
Nice.
Just like 2 sketches on the canvas. And those cows actually for me looks like a little piece of decorations, like very
I love
dark
those
pieces.
cows. I love driving that direction. Can you hear the cows in the distance sometimes?
No,
have you heard them? The other night, back there you could definitely hear them at night mooing. It's really funny in the distance. And there's certain times where you can actually hear maybe like a wrangler person because they're making like some sort of cowboy noise, right? And then there's like all these moos. It's really funny. Yeah. So that cattle ranch down there, that's awesome. Buttercup, there's your pal. Did you paint her at all?
No.
No.
Not yet.
And you found the space you set up to be okay inside?
Yeah, it's great.
Cool.
Perfect. I'm gonna move out the easel a little bit so you can see.
Nice.
This is a place I found in Baton Rouge. So I walked in and took a picture of myself, and I included the baby doll in the foreground to have some like a narrative possibilities. Yeah, so it's all about just finding kind of echo toward those abandoned things.
Yeah.
And related to myself.
So that was an abandoned building.
Right.
That you were able to access, and it had a mirror in it, or did you take? Yeah.
You didn't see any like a no trespassing sign.
Yeah.
I was trying to be careful about it. So.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
so
that's
still
interesting.
in process. Think add up more details on it, especially the baby doll.
Yeah.
At the front.
I think it's nice for people to see process. Because when they see the final, I think there's more, like as a design person, I think there's more that goes into the process before there is a final. And a lot of people, just regular people that don't understand, see the finals, right? And they don't realize all of the time and decision making that happens in the process. So I love that you have multiple things going on. I think that's really great.
Right.
So how many pieces do you think that are still kind of in process that you're taking home with you? Did you finish anything?
I think
Which is not important, but do you feel like anything is finished yet?
I think possibly that's still live.
The still life, yeah.
The most finished one.
Yeah.
I can see that.
That's fun.
And this one I have been spend a lot of time on it and always go back and forth to change it, to revise it, and to adjust the position of each object. So to move it around. Nice. Yeah, I always find that in my process, I feel like in the midway sometimes it's always more excited than the finished effect. So that's a thing that like kind of I was struggling about a lot because I feel like sometimes even my sketch I feel more exciting than my oil painting. So I just need to keep that kind of very original feeling all the way and be careful that I won't lose it. So yeah.
And sometimes the unfinished or the feeling of unfinished is actually part of the isolation.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Because
sometimes I intentionally leave
it
some
looks pretty
part
finished to
open.
me.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
I think I would deal with the kind of
Yeah.
translucent
The texture
feel
is
more.
really neat.
And I think I need to make the door on the back to look more translucent
Mm-hmm.
and have a sense of air floating around the figure.
So now you're just focusing on details.
Details and also the color variation.
Mm-hmm.
I was intentionally just make the background black and white, and I think I'm gonna make more very subtle color transition on the baby doll and on the figure itself. Or to work on more on the structure things. Because for now it looks still a little too clean and not, not trashy enough.
Yeah. So you want more depth in that background
Right,
section where the door is.
Right.
A little bit more depth is what you're focusing on.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah. And that's with the oil painting, you can build up those layers of the color.
Right.
Yeah. Great. And what about the landscape ones?
Oh,
Like that one that's back there. Yeah.
Yeah, that was just incorporate some geometrical forms with the natural. This is the abandoned house that you showed me, like when I first got here.
Yeah.
And I was thinking how to deal with those kind of lot of different forms and the shapes and how to make them look organized. And so yeah, just put them in order in my solution.
It's really lovely.
Thanks. So I just cut off the edge of the trees on the background and to see if I can make the house stick out more.
Yeah.
And those little branches shape forms as a quite shiny color in the end because they're just branches, very dense branches. So
nice. That's great. And then you got photographs and lots of sketches. What do you think? Oh, there's even another one on there on the wall there.
Yeah, there's another abandoned thing.
They're everywhere.
That's great. That's so great. I love it. Oh, is that the one that was like the barn when we were out in the we're driving?
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like the window on the far ground is it's like a hole, but
yeah,
it's a play
right
important
there.
role in the middle to stable the whole image. And kind of create a sense of depth as well. Yeah, so
I could stare at that one for a long time.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So I was trying to seek out a kind of order from this very chaos stuff. And I feel I was intentionally put the structure into only the monochrome color, but have the background light up. I think I'm gonna put more intense color on the background to show contrast against the structure on the front. And on the ground, it was actually snow on the ground.
Shadows.
Yeah, shadows.
And this one, this is part of the series that you have going, yes?
Yeah, just like an underlayer for now. And the figure is Brent, actually.
Nice.
I took that picture. You see that little small. You were standing just next to the river. And
Cool.
Yeah, that's really nice.
That's awesome.
that created a good
I like
balance of
the
tree.
composition of that is really nice. Yeah. Yeah. And that's part of a series that you're working on, right?
Yeah.
That's one of the sketches. Yeah. So, and then you had the, wow, oh my gosh. Well, I think, oh no.
Yeah,
Have I
this
not
is my
seen this one?
bathroom. And I was sitting on the toilet and looking back to my bedroom. and I was kind of imitating Lopez Garcia's work, the Spanish artist, and he was kind of creating a kind of like multiple dimension of the reality, and I feel like the doors open and close that create a sense of strong layers and also the depth. And also the bluish window you can see through from the doors right here. I feel like kind of a mysterious feeling from this viewpoint.
Definitely.
So
That's really nice.
yeah, and this is the bath tower.
Yeah.
And on the right to echo the sense of structural lines of the doors. But this one's a little fluffy, in the end. So yeah, it's just all about the contrast and the visual fidelity stuff.
And then is this one
Yeah, this
from
one
something nearby or from something you?
something nearby.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just on the midway. I went to explore those abandoned buildings, and it was still a lot of snow on the road, and yeah, at the beginning I feel like the yellowish ground in the middle is very stunning against the very shiny white road at the foreground. And also I was thinking how to use those trees and the utility poles to create a sense of balance from the right to the left to the right. And yeah, something like that. When I was doing this, I was thinking a lot about the Richard Dippencourt, that one of my favorite artists. He's doing a lot of paintings from the nature and making sketches and simplify and summarize those formalities. And in the end, makes it looks very intense and powerful.
You sure have gotten a lot done.
Yeah, that's why I said it's quite concentrated.
Yeah. So do you think that that's been one of the benefits of being here?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, there's almost no distraction, and I can have plenty time to think about my own direction.
Yeah.
And maybe a lot of memories can call back. Yeah, it's just about the whole process of my thinking. Yeah.
Nice. And when we were outside, you were talking about the morning where you would go outside.
Oh yeah,
and
it's right here.
Yeah. So
walk out and
walking out and hearing the.
Yeah.
Can you explain that one more time? What were you saying? You were saying every morning going out and hearing the different noises of the donkeys and the chickens and stuff like that.
That's kind of like natural noises for me. It's more. It's even more quiet and peaceful than the no sound actually. So I was quite appreciated.
Great.
Yeah, during that moment.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And you've been working long days too. And how many times have you been able to go out and drive?
A couple, like 4 or 5 times.
Nice.
I think.
Good.
And 2 days I forgot my wallet, so
no.
I got nothing. I just came back.
That's okay. That's like the absent-mindedness of the space, right?
Yeah.
The like focus and not remembering those different things. Yeah. And this is something.
Yeah, this is my wife portrait,
Nice.
and thinking how to use some very simple brush strokes and but get a spiritual thing from the portraiture viewpoint. And and I was thinking how to use the string light on the background to balance kind of very dense brush strokes on the portrait on the face. So yeah, just play around with this kind of different layers of balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Well, it's just wonderful to see so much work and so much diversity in the work, that you're exploring different subject matter, different sizes, you're
Right.
going outside, snow,
Yeah.
all sorts of different things. Is that something that has been unique for your month here?
Unique.
As far as like the type, the depth and breadth of what you're working on, as
Mm-hmm.
far as like um, the subject matter, and are you always bouncing between different types, different sizes, and different
Right.
compositions and different subject matter?
I think usually I don't have a unique subject matter
Mm-hmm.
all the way. It's just follow like along with my own experience.
Yeah.
That if I move around or like this as a artist residency,
Mm-hmm.
so I always try to explore my feeling or spiritual things
Mm-hmm.
from my surroundings and find a kind of like poetic
Mm-hmm.
significance from what I met or what I encountered,
Uh-huh.
anything. So
So the continuity is the feeling and the isolation and the kind of component of it, and
yeah,
each composition represents that in just a different
right.
way.
I think I was trying to avoid any object or element in my works to have any metaphor meaning
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like uh, any additional statement is not necessary in my works.
Mm-hmm.
I want my works to speak by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So any object or things in my works could be mute at all.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just don't want it to have a lot of metaphor
Yeah.
and people. It's better for the viewers just have nothing to say from my painting and just feel it and just you know have a something wanting to express but no word to say it. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess that is the main value of the artworks. Yeah,
That's great.
unlike the literature stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Well, I hope that you have number one, just safe drive home, and
thanks.
just that the experience will resonate with you, and you have so many things to take with you, and
Yeah,
the
it's a burden.
experience. So well, yeah, yeah. I'm just still like, how did 4 weeks go by so fast, but yet
Right.
so slow, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So I just want to thank you for sharing all of this. It's really incredible.
Yeah, thank you for
Yeah.
this like a great place and
Awesome.
really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been a
And
pleasure.
thinking
So
about to come back again somewhere.
I can't wait. I can't wait. That's
Yeah.
awesome. All right.